Hello, everybody. Can you guys hear me okay? Hi, hi, hi. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm trying a new. Can you guys hear me okay? Is it too close? Is it okay? Is it too far? Can you guys tell me if you can hear me? Abhishek, can you hear me? Hi, everybody. I'm good. Okay, thank you. I was like, I don't know if you guys can hear me. I'm testing a new mic, so hello, everyone. Hello, hello. All right. Before we get the show started, wait, is this emoji Jay? Yes. Okay, let's get a video intro, you guys. Lights shine bright. The stage is set. In the world you won't forget. From sauna nights to ocean views, bringing fire, bringing truth. Meet me where the rhythm flows, through the streets where passion grows. On the air, I'll take you there. Feel the magic everywhere. Own it, live it, don't hold back. Cuba's calling, that's a fact. From the screen to the show, feel the love, let it glow. Own it, take the chance, join the world in this dance. From Meet Me Chats to island skies, we connect, no need for disguise. Own it. Thank you, Jay, for that intro. Thank you, thank you. Is my sound a little better? Because Jay told me it was very loud and I put it further away. So Jay, is it better now? Can you guys hear me? But like, is it not too loud? How you guys doing today, my loves? It might be the acoustics of your room. Oh, there's a lot of echo here, you're right. But also the mic is really loud. Is it still loud? Should I just take off the mic? Echo, okay, okay, okay. Let me take off the mic. Is this better, you guys? Is this better without the mic? Yes, okay. Thank you for that. Yeah, there's a lot of echo at my place because I still haven't done the whole furnishing, you know what I mean? I have a couple furnitures, but anyways, you guys, hello, welcome to Own It. How are you guys doing, my loves? It is so good to see you guys. I will say I was sick for the last few days. Oh, thank you. That is so cute. Thank you guys. These gifts are so adorable. I have been sick for the last few days. So I'm actually really happy that I'm able to show up today because, it's that time of the year. And I know a lot of you guys can probably relate. I know I'm not the only one, but welcome to Own It, you guys. Welcome to the show. This is a featured hour that happens exclusively here on the live streaming community of Meet Me every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time or 2 p.m. Pacific Time if you are on my side of the world and the West Coast. And my name is Cicely. I go by that Cuban girl because yes, I am Cuban. I'm an OG. I get this question all the time. Every time I tell someone I'm Cuban, they're like, no, but like, where are you from? And I'm like, no, like, I grew up in Cuba. It's kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie, because if I was from Milwaukee, I would just say, yeah, I'm from Milwaukee, you know what I mean? But I get this all the time, I don't know. But anyways, I am Cuban. I grew up in Cuba. I moved to Florida at 14 from Cuba, and now I live in LA. And, I will get into who I am for all of you guys who are new. But before we do all of that and I walk you through what you can expect from the show today, I have to say to you guys or give you guys a couple of disclaimers, okay? Because this is a featured show. And because of it's a featured show, we have certain things that we have to make sure, certain guidelines and a format that we have to make sure that we follow, okay? These are the rules of Meet Me. So I will go through them. Hopefully I don't forget any. And if I do, please write it down in the comments for you guys who are here and, you know, are part of my community, like Papa Bear, who, by the way, thank you, Papa Bear, for all your support always. So yes, disclaimer number one, you guys, I want to let you know that my comments are all on. I see every single comment. Papa Bear just commented. I see every single comment. I am never ignoring you guys. However, because this is a feature show and because we have guests on our show, I cannot always acknowledge each and every one of you individually every time you either favorite or you send a gift or you say something in the chat out of respect for my guests, and also because we have to keep the show moving and we have a format. However, I am not ignoring you. I will take breaks in between during the show to give shout outs to my top gifters, to people favoring, or if there's anyone engaging in the comments and you have a question, you have something that you're saying that has to do with the topic of the day, I will also what's the word, acknowledge that and give you, and you know, just talk about it, right, if it has to do with the topic of the day. So that's one. Number two, please keep it respectful here. Thank you for the roses. Keep it respectful here. This, not only because it's a feature show, but because this is a very positive community, what we've built here on Own It, okay? We want uplifting, respectful people who just want good vibes and want to talk about things, you know, good things in life from a positive perspective. So keep it respectful, not just because of me, because I'm going to be honest with you. Bad negative messages from strangers don't really affect me, but I just don't want my guests to have a bad time, you know, so please just keep it respectful on here. Number three, to my guests, please make sure that you're not driving while you're in the guest box, okay, and make sure that you don't have any kids also during your time in the guest box. Also, no drinking allowed, right, no smoking, and also no talking about politics, religion, or mental health. These are just the rules that we have to follow with Meet Me, okay? That doesn't mean that if in your story you have a mental health struggle or a story that you can't quickly talk about it, but we can't really go deep into these topics, okay, guys? So I just want to say thank you for understanding. Thank you for being here. Hopefully, I did not forget anything. I hope not. I should have these written down, but I don't think I forgot anything. Oh, one more thing. If you guys would like to be part of Own It in the future, make sure that you contact Emoji J, because he's the one that keeps up with the guests. He has the guest list. So if you would like to be a guest in the future, just contact Emoji J and he will add you to the guest list for future weeks, okay? So with that said, you guys, welcome to Own It. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new, thank you for being here and for your time, your energy. Let me introduce myself. My name is Cicely. I go by That's Cuban Girl across my social media platforms, YouTube, here, TikTok, right? Anywhere. So you can find me there as well and connect with me as well. I am Cuban. I was raised in Havana, Cuba. Yes, I was raised there till 14. My first language is Spanish, and my second language is English, even though I may not sound like it, but I am. Oh, thank you, Papa Bear. Oh my God, that is so cute. Thank you. I've never seen that gift before. Thanks, guys. So I definitely was raised in Cuba. My second language is English, but I have been in the United States for many, many years. I love this country. This country has given me everything I have and has shaped me in a way that I'm just always going to be very, very grateful, because it's given me so many things that I could have never had in my my motherland, right, in Cuba. These are so cute. Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas. Aw, that's so cute. And you guys, you know, I have been in Los Angeles for the last 12 years pursuing a career in entertainment. I've done a little bit of everything, you guys. I have been a model, a ring girl for boxing fights. I did that for 4 years. Back when I was doing that, my dream was to become a UFC ring girl, but that didn't happen, which is totally okay. I'm actually really tall. I'm 5'10". If in all honesty, I'm very tall to be a ring girl. It's really difficult as a ring girl to find two tall ring girls. It's just like a very different industry. But anyways, I did that for 4 years. I modeled, I acted for a little while too. And I'm a former beauty queen. Just in 2024, I competed at Miss Universe Cuba and I made top 12. And anyways, I only say this not to brag or anything. I say this to say my experience in entertainment has brought me here to live streaming, to building a community, because I realized that I didn't want to quite be part of that industry long term or depend on that industry long term. I much rather, me, myself, and I much rather give back to the community. I much rather grow or build a community that's inspiring, uplifting, where I could genuinely help people and share my experiences, my good energy, whatever it might be. I have learned from streaming that only if you just give someone a word, a positive word, it's coming to me in Spanish now, but I forgot what the word is in English. You guys, thank you. But if you just are there for someone, even if it's just through words, through compassion, through kindness, we make a difference in the world. You don't need to be super wealthy or wait till you're super wealthy to help somebody else, because sometimes all people need is a hug or a positive encouragement, a word to keep them going, right? So that's all I want to do here. And that's what we do in Own It. On Own It, we become the best versions of ourselves through owning the uniqueness of who we are. And in my opinion, the only or the best way we do this is through understanding that our flaws and our virtues make up who we are, and it's not a bad thing. We're both shadow and we're both light, and that is okay. Okay, like as long as you embrace who you are and you use it for good, that is what makes you you. And as long as you own it, that is what's going to help you elevate and get to the next level. Okay, I want to quickly thank everybody before we get officially the show started. I want to quickly thank everybody for being here. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you, Papa Bear. By the way, you guys, shout out to Papa Bear. Make sure you check out his stream and just support. He's amazing. He's one of my OG fans here. He's also Own It's godfather. Okay, so make sure you go check out, follow him, and just support. He's an amazing person to know on the app. Okay. So with that said, welcome guys to Own It. I hope you keep coming back on Tuesdays. I haven't officially ever taken a break. There has been times where I can't do the show, but I haven't officially taken like a season off or anything in 3 years. I don't even know how to do that. But anyways, we're going to be here hopefully next year as well in 2026. So I hope you guys continue to keep coming back. All right. So today, what can you expect from today's show? Today's show, we have a very sweet show, a show that I think, or I would like to believe, is very special because, guys, it's almost Christmas. So what better than to talk about family around Christmas time? And so the topic today is family, like just the importance of family. And it doesn't matter if because I understand there's a lot of people on here that may not have, excuse me, I've been sick. That may not have a good relationship with their family or may not have a family, but I don't want you to feel excluded, especially if you are one of those people. Stay, because you might feel inspired, you might feel good about yourself after you watch the show, and that is the intention with my show. Okay, so yeah, Merry Christmas Eve, you guys. Yeah, so family. Also, the reason why I made the topic today, family, is because both my guests today are family-oriented people. And we're going to get into that a little bit later during the show. But I'm super excited to talk about family. So first and foremost, I'm going to invite my first guest to the guest box. We're going to have conversations. You guys are going to get to know them because it's really important we stay connected and plugged in, right? And after that, I'm going to share the quote of the day, which is a long quote today. Papa Bear, I didn't realize how long the quote was until I started the show. And then I was like, oh, I don't know if he's going to be able to type it out on here because it's so long, but I loved it. I found it very important because a lot of times when we talk about family, like I have a family, well, my mom's side of the family, and they're amazing family, right? But I am aware that not everyone has a family. So these quotes is not just for people with families, it's for people, you'll see, you have to stay, but that's why I chose it, okay? Because I didn't want the show to be just about people that have big families, right? It's for everyone. Excuse me. After the quote, I'm going to invite my second guest of the day into the show. And last but not least, I'm going to ask both my guests to jump in the guest box for the last 5 minutes of the featured hour. All right, so that's what you can expect. Again, thank you for being here. Welcome to Own It. Please connect with me on the other social media platforms, IG, TikTok, especially TikTok, and YouTube. All right, that Cuban girl, Cicely. I'm always on those. All right. So yeah, guys, without further ado, I am ready to welcome my first guest of the day. So people, can you please request the chat box or the guest box? And if you guys would like to be a guest on the show, make sure you contact Emoji J so he can add you to the guest list for future weeks, okay? All right, perfect. So I'm going to introduce my first guest of the day. Our next guest just recently got into streaming and doing feature shows, even though she's been on the app since April. Huge Toronto Blue Jays fan. Oh my gosh, Blue Jays is baseball. You guys just won, right? The series. No, wow. No, the Dodgers won. My bad. But you guys were sick. Anyways, this is why I don't watch sports. Anyways, huge Toronto Blue Jays fan. Loves his dog, Toby. Recently found love here on the app, but she won't say with who. Lives with mom at home in order to look after her grandpa. Please, everybody, welcome to Own It. Real Pitbull Lucky Emoji. I hope no one from LA was watching that intro because I know this. I'm in LA. This is embarrassing. Hi. Welcome to Own It. How are you? How are you doing?
Good.
Welcome to Own It. I know I introduced you a little bit, but please introduce yourself here.
Well, I actually just recently had my birthday. So
happy birthday.
Thank you. I retired from my job after 15 years, the end of June, as we had to, as you said, relocate to help my uncle take care of my grandpa. And my mom was at the same job. She was 17 years when she retired.
And can we say what you did for a living or not really?
I worked for a school bus company.
Okay.
So did my mom.
Oh, that's amazing. So you retired in order to help your family, right?
Yeah.
So are you Canadian? Are you in Toronto or?
Yeah. No, I'm near I'm near Lake Ontario, like the Belleville area, like a half an hour from Belleville.
But you're from Toronto, right?
No.
I'm sorry, from Canada.
Yes. I was born and raised.
I love that. Congrats on even, whatever, but congrats on the Blue Jays. That was amazing. I know you guys were super like excited about that. I had friends who flew here from Canada just to go to the games. So yeah. So how long, so you've been on the app since April, you said. Were you a gifter only?
Yeah, gifter, and I was visiting some people, and then one of my friends got his knickers in a knot, and I'm like, you know what? That's your attitude. And then I found Diablo, and he let me into his family, and a new whole set of friends who are very accepting.
So how did you start streaming then?
I was on here last year, and then I met somebody off a different app, got off for 5 months, and then came back.
Okay, okay, I love that. So how has streaming been for you so far?
Well, Jay's been keeping me busy the last week and
Oh,
this week.
he's been getting you in feature shows?
Yeah, I've done, let's see, I did Kitty Commander. I did Lux. What was the other one?
I love that. You've done a few. It's okay. You've done a
And then I
few.
did
That's amazing.
yeah, this
I love
is 4. No, 5. So I did DJ Yaboing last night. And then there was Emerald Princess, Lux, and then I did a Kitty Commander.
I love that. So I want to know a little bit about your story, whatever you want to share. You don't have to share, everything, but like you relocated to live with your family, but who are you? What are your passions? What do you want out of streaming? What do you dream about?
Me, streaming is just connecting with people, making friends, which is nice to make friends from all over. Like, I've gotten close Charm, and I actually made her day the one day. I sent her a Christmas gift, and when she opened it, she wanted to cry. You could see it in her face. It's
Wait, what
a
was it?
what?
What gift was it?
It was a charm bracelet advent calendar.
Oh, that's so cute.
So every day she opens up and shows me her little charm every day.
That's so sweet. I love that. I
And then
love that.
I've got my own charm bracelet, and I send her a picture of my charm that I get every day.
Did you make them or no?
No, I got them off of Amazon.
Okay.
And that
So,
tree right there, that green one with all the different ornaments,
yeah.
that was my advent calendar from last year.
Oh, that's so cute. I haven't gotten anything this year. You guys, for me this year does not even feel like the holidays. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't go home for the holidays. I'm just working. And so, yeah, I'm kind of jelly of people that actually are home with their parents and their family, but it's okay. It's okay. um,
Yes,
but
right now my dad is back where we moved from because he wants to stay working till he's like 75. Because he works for a group home of adults that can't like take care of themselves, and it's a bit much for the family to do, so they put them in this home, and there's people there 24/7 to help take care of them.
yeah.
And
Wait, so he's there, he's not at home with you?
he comes home on weekends, like when he has the weekends off. Like he comes every other Friday to Sunday, and then he'll do a Sunday to like Tuesday morning if he's able to.
It's really interesting because you and my next guest both wrote in their bio prior to the show. You guys sent me your bios, and you both said that you relocated with your families to help them out. And that was the reason why I also wanted to make the show about family, because also it's almost Christmas, but family is so important. So I want to talk to you a little bit about family and the importance of family. Because relocating for your family, I'm sure it's not easy, right? But
Yeah.
you do it out of love.
Well, I went from about 150,000 people to maybe 100.
What do you mean?
The population of where I'm from was 150,000 people, and where I am now is you may have 100 people.
Oh, wow. So you moved to like a tiny, tiny town.
Yeah, a little village.
Oh, wow. But you know what? The good things that we have streaming, we have social media. I think that makes it a little easier to get out there in the world, even though, some people are in small towns and that's okay. But it's something that we do for family, right? Like when we do stuff like
Yeah.
that. And I just think family is the most important thing, guys. The most important thing. What would you say to someone who's spending this holiday season away to from their family, or maybe someone who doesn't have family and they're alone completely?
Well, I don't know if he'll like me bringing it up, but um, I've been chatting with Simon GJs, because he gets me on the shows, and I know he's gonna be alone. So I'm gonna let him know tomorrow, and he's gonna call me. And every Christmas Eve we read "Twas the Night Before Christmas." Even though I'm 38 and my brother's in his 40s, we still do it. And so he's gonna join in with the reading and listen in.
Oh, that's so
'Cause
cute.
I know he's gonna be alone, and I don't like that.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that either. Why don't you
So
do a live stream and do the reading on live?
thing is, my parents don't know I do this.
Gotcha. Okay, okay, okay. Well, think about it for next year because that could be something cool for people on here that don't have like something to do on Christmas, or a family to go to.
Yeah, I was actually doing uh, Emerald show, and you had to do is like you could act out a scene. So what I did was I used all my stuffed animals, and I had my biggest one right by my pillow, and I had a book propped up. And they're like, "Oh, what's this scene?" I said, "This is my dad reading 'Twas the Night Before Christmas," and this is the family, and it got me the win for the game.
Oh, I love that. That's
Well, they're
amazing.
like, "Well, what do you do Christmas Eve?" I was gonna draw a scene. I'm like, you know what? I got enough stuffed animals. I can come up with something.
Ah, I love that. Well, everybody go support Real Pitbull Lucky Emoji. Please give her all the love and attention and favorite her and go to her streams. Is there anything you want to shout out? Do you have any shows coming up?
I actually have one at 6 o'clock tonight.
Which one? Just
It's
say.
guess again, but with E-Baby.
Okay, okay, okay. So at 6 p.m. Eastern time tonight, E-Baby, right? Guess the
Yeah,
game?
yeah. Guess again.
Guess again. Okay, cool. So everybody go check out the feature show or the show that she's going to be on at 6 p.m. Eastern time today. Thank you so much for being here, Pitbull. I'm going to have you back 5 minutes before the feature hour is over, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. It was nice chatting with you.
Thank you. Merry
Mm,
Christmas, everyone.
Thank you. We'll see you again, though. Don't go anywhere. You guys, oh, hello. Thank you for being here. I really, this is so cute, the marshmallows. There's so many gifts that I haven't seen on here. Guys, you're being so generous with the gifts today. I really appreciate you, my loves. Thank you, thank you, thank you so, so, so much for all of the love and the support. I really appreciate you guys. Yeah, thank you so much for being here, you guys. This is Own It. This is your feature show that happens here on Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Eastern Time or 2 p.m. Pacific Time if you are on my side of the world. And yeah, my name is Cicely. I go by that Cuban girl. And here on Own It, the intention with the show is so you and I become the best versions of ourselves through owning the uniqueness of who we are. I believe, and I say it all the time, that only through owning and embracing who we are, our virtues and our flaws, and we bring them and integrate them together, right? Our shadow and our light, can we truly grow and become and elevate and do and be whoever and whatever we want. That is my opinion. That is my belief. That is what Own It is about. Today, because it's Christmas Eve, We're talking about family, and both my guests are huge into they're huge family people. They both wrote it in their bios, and I thought it was really interesting because I don't think I ever have guests who write in their bios who they live with. And I was like, you know what? This is a sign. We shall talk about family today. So close to Christmas, right? I know Christmas Eve, right? Yeah. So yeah, you guys, welcome to Own It. I'm going to take a minute and give shout outs to some of you who have been very active today, whether you're gifting or commenting or favorite. Okay, so first, I'm going to go with my top gifters because I appreciate you guys. You guys keep the show rolling. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Number 5, Ashes, DHD. Number 4, MC. Thank you, MC, for being here, for always supporting the show. Number 3, personal trainer. Number 2, Buddha B. Thank you. And number 1, my dear friend and godfather of Own It, Papa Bear Sings. Papa Bear, you don't have to do that. Oh my gosh. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Everybody go support their streams and go check out Papa Bear Sings and all MC and Emoji J. And hi, Princess Deborah. Shout out to you, my love. So let me go through the comments real quick and give other shout outs. Rebecca, shout out to you. Who else? Who else? I can't see anybody else, but thank you. But anyways, you guys, thank you if you've been commenting or favoring. I really appreciate you. Let me see, my brightness went down. Oh, I can't. I don't know how to fix it in this phone, but my brightness went down, but at least you can still see me. That's fine. Anyways, you guys, shout out to all of you who've joined, who are listening to the show, who share your amazing energy with me and everyone on here. Today we're talking about family, and I'm about to share the quote of the day. But before I do that, thank you, Andy, for the favorite, and Douglas for the favorite. I appreciate you guys. Before we do that, I just want to just say to all of you guys who are spending Christmas alone, I didn't know that Emoji J, you're spending Christmas alone. I had no idea. Just know, you guys, that you're loved, you're valued, you're important, right? As of today, I don't know where I'm spending Christmas, but it's okay because it was my choice. But it's just sad when it's not your choice. But at the same time, you guys, we have a community on here. This is the beauty of this, right? Of this community, that those of you who don't have families or who are alone or going through difficult situations, you have us. This is what this is all about, right? And this is why I love this community of live streaming, because we become, like, through the years, we become kind of like family, right? So that's the beauty of that. I'm going to share the quote of the day today, and it goes as follows. It's very long, but it is: family isn't always blood. It's the people in your life who want you in theirs, the ones who accept you for who you are, the ones who would do anything to see you smile, and who love you no matter what. Thank you, Papa Bear. Family isn't always blood. It's the people in your life who want you in theirs, the ones who accept you for who you are, the ones who would do anything to see you smile, and who love you no matter what. And thank you, Papa Bear, for that. That's the quote of the day, you guys. And I chose that quote of the day because family is not always our blood family. I mean, the ones of us who are lucky to have our blood family and be close with our family, even though I'm not going home to Miami this year, my whole family's in Miami, even though I'm not going home to Miami this year, I am blessed and lucky. I have my family and I'm very close with them, and I talk to them on the phone every single day. But I understand that family for everyone, or for some people, is not always your blood family. A lot of us also have friends that are like family. And at the end of the day, that's the family that we can actually choose, right? Our blood family was given to us. We were born into it. We have no idea who they are until we grow up, right? But our friends are the ones that we can actually choose and invite to be our family, right? And I think that is so important. Thank you guys for all the gifts today. So at the end of the day, that is really, in my opinion, what's so important is those friends, those people, that community that becomes our family. So I just want to invite you to just be grateful for those in your life who are like family, who accept you, who love you for who you are, who want you, who want to see you succeed, who want to see you grow. Those are the people that matter the most. And whether they're family or not, your family could be that for you, but maybe your friends or your Meet Me community is that for you. It doesn't matter, okay? So thank you guys for being here. Welcome to Own It. If you're just tuning in, this is Own It. This is a featured hour that happens here on Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Eastern Time or 2 p.m. Pacific Time with me, your girl, Cicely, or your host, Cicely. And today we're talking about family. I am about to invite my second guest of the day to the guest box. Please, second guest, request the guest box. This is the most I've talked since I got sick. I've spent the last 2 days literally like barely even talking. Okay, second guest. Cool. All right, let me introduce my second guest of the day. Flip my page. Okay. My second guest of the day is a Pokemon lover, has been a dancer for 16 years, loves his dog and cat, very adventurous, lives with dad and dad's girlfriend in order to help them out, loves to bake, make bracelets, and provide a good laugh. Please, everyone, welcome to Own It, Spicy Nikki.
How's it going?
Hi, it's so good to meet you.
Oh, thank you. You too. I appreciate it. Yes, no, I'm very, very excited. I'm like, yes.
I love it. Well, welcome to Own It. I love your energy. Can I just say, did you and Pitbull get together and because you're both wearing reindeer ears and like you both make bracelets? Like, what is happening?
It was kind of planned. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Well, I was wondering the same thing. I'm looking and I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm wearing reindeer ears. She's wearing reindeer ears. What? It's like Freaky Friday almost,
It was meant to be, yeah. No, and then you both
right?
write in your bios that you live with family. I was like, do they know each other?
Long lost family members, totally,
Yes,
right? I could see it. Come on.
long lost siblings, I was gonna say.
Right? Totally. I could totally see it now. It's happening.
I love that. I love your energy. So Spicy Miki, I know I introduced you, but please tell everybody in your own words who you are.
Yes, hello. My name is Spicy Nikki. I'm all about positive energy, living the life. And, I always look at YOLO like you only live life once. So you want to make sure that you take as many risks as possible and you enjoy it. You live it as positive as much as you can. You're going to get hit with some negatives, but you never let those negatives define who you are. You make those negatives make you stronger. And you can always turn a negative into a positive. Yes, I've been a dancer for about 16 years. I used to think dancing was like not my gig. I would never do it. And then I started doing it. And, I say to everybody who says, I don't dance, I said the same thing. And then I started realizing, okay, I can dance. I should start doing this. This is fun. And then I started getting really into it. And I realized it's not about the dancing aspect. It's more of I can be myself and I can be free and I can represent for anyone out there who doesn't think that they can dance, that you can dance. At one point, I didn't think I could. And here I am now. Yes, I have moved. I was living in BC and then my dad needed some help. So I moved back in with him, with his girlfriend and everything. And my whole family lives everywhere. My sister actually lives about 3 hours from here. And my mom lives about a week. If you drive, about a week away, if you plan on driving, and she's in Ontario. So it's like we're all over Canada.
Oh my God. Wait, you're in Canada too?
I am, yes.
You're both Canadian too? What?
I was waiting for this. I was thinking, oh, here we go.
I did not realize that you were talking about Canada. What is happening? Y'all need to do streams together. Y'all need to get to know each other.
We have, right? It's got to be a plan, like a world tour going on, right?
I love that.
Oh,
Well, I'm
it's
very happy
awesome.
to meet you. I'm all the way in California, so but now I have two friends from Canada. That's super exciting for me. Um, so I want to know because you've been dancing for 16 years, but you look so young. How did you start dancing?
So I get asked that like all the time, and I love it. It's like the number one question as a dancer is like, what got you into dancing? Like, what made you get the confidence and stuff? And I remember I was watching my sister play Just Dance, and I used to say, "Oh no, that's not for me. I can't do that. I'm a man. I don't do that." And then my sister started talking to me about it, and she says, "Well, I feel like you could dance. Usually, people who talk like that say, I can't do that. That's not my thing. Usually, are secretly deep down inside can do the two steps." So I said, okay, I'll do a couple dances, but with nobody around because if I do really bad, I'll call it out and say, yes, I didn't do the best and I tried and not my thing. Ended up doing very well. And then I ended up actually starting to listen to music and really amp it up, get my dancing up there. And then I started performing in clubs. Then I moved to BC and I kind of stopped for a little bit because I was doing so much dancing, but wasn't taking time to reflect on myself and help myself grow. So I wanted to grow myself. And now that I went through a breakup and I actually was able to process everything and get my mind back in order, I'm back into my dancing. I'm performing at my house. I'm performing on here. And it really is magical to, you take like a couple years off and then you go back to thinking, okay, I need to get back into this. People are bugging me. They're like, yes, get into it, Nick. You did so well last time. We want to see that same spicy Nikki again. So it's like, yeah, definitely. I have to get back into it. So it did take a lot of years to become where I am, but I tell everybody, start today. If you feel like you can dance, do it 110%.
Yeah, and I love that because that goes with absolutely everything in life, not just dancing. If you feel like you want to do something, just start, just do it, right? It's never too late to try things out. I always say that as long as we're alive and we have life and health, we can start over and over again every single day if we choose to. And that is the biggest gift, right? So
Yeah.
I'm really glad to see you that you're back in your positive spirits. And I can also relate to with the breakup situations. I went through something very similar, and now it's been 3 years since I've been single, and this year has been my best year emotionally because you go through a breakup and like it takes you, people take different times to process, but it took me a long time to process the whole thing. But I totally relate with what you're saying, and it's a beautiful place to be, right?
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah. It's nice.
yeah, so Spicy Mickey, what are your streams about? Dancing?
Yeah, so I've been mainly dancing. I used to do like streams about like these little tourneys. I would sometimes game and like race, but like still like make sure that like my phone would be in a place where I could look over and still talk to people. And people would say to me, "How can you game and also look and talk to?" And I said, "Well, it's the thing about a streamer is you eventually learn that okay, well you're looking this way and it's like oh, okay, yeah. So sorry about that. Anyway, it's a question, what, right? You eventually get so used to doing that you become a pro at doing it. And now I'm starting to do like horror movies, like watching different kinds of horror movies with people. And it's Christmas time, so I found Christmas horror movies. So of course, I'm like,
Christmas
oh, this is
horror
gonna be good.
movies?
Yes, right. Me too. I was thinking there's such thing as Christmas horror movies. Really? I'm mind blown. Like, yes, that's perfect. That's exactly what Nick's into. Nick needs like it's and I say to people, it's still a horror movie, but it's Christmas. So I'm still in like the spirit of the festive. And there's even a Thanksgiving movie that I found, an Easter movie. So I'm thinking, oh, I got lots of work to do, I guess. So I guess I'll save like each holiday for those movies and then start to watch them. But it's really cool seeing these different characters who aren't like famous, but famous enough that they've made it onto a movie and you never see them anywhere. So yes, no, I do horror movies, dancing, and sometimes gaming. Sometimes I'll bake like I'll show people my baking skills where I'll make cupcakes and brownies, Rice Krispies, Jello. But it really depends, like what Spicy Nick is apparently feeling that night, right? So
I love that. And I love that for you. You definitely have the personality for it. I'll give you an idea. Why don't you start a YouTube
Yeah.
channel talking about horror movies, themed horror movies?
That's what somebody also told me too. They said you should consider getting a YouTube channel. And if you're gonna like, you don't have to like watch it with, you could watch the movie and then after you're done, like write down a couple facts and whatsoever, and then add more as you're going through your channel, being like, oh well, there was also this. I didn't write it down, but there's this. But yeah, I've been told so by a couple people that a YouTube
I think
channel
you
is
should.
exactly where I should go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't been
Um,
exactly thinking about it.
No, I think you should totally do it. Someone said Krampus is a good horror movie. I'm sure you'll find a Valentine's Day horror movie if it exists. It does exist. Actually, there's one. I can't remember the name of it. It's actually pretty new, a few years ago. I'm sure there's a few Valentine horror movies too. Um, I love that. So, okay, so in today's show, we're talking about family. And I want you to just share your views on family, how important is family, and just to tell people on here that may not have or be with family this Christmas, just give them some like advice or thoughts.
Definitely, I'd love to. I'm very excited about that. So, family to me is very important. And sorry, you said that you were just sick. I literally am just sick, and everyone, you're doing really good. And I'm thinking, I know because I'm using like I made sure to save all my energy for this because I'm thinking if I can bring the energy in. So, if I do clear my throat or cough a little, I'm very sorry. Just I'm in the same boat as you.
It's
We're going to
okay.
the same island. But so anyways, family to me is very important. And I tell everybody this, like you start off very young where you do the whole, oh, my parents are strict, my parents are rough, they don't love me, they have something against me. You call them some pretty nasty names, which some of the names I said I can't say, but there's some names that I can look at thinking, oh my, I really called my mom that or I called my dad that. But then my parents always told me as I got older that we never took any like hurt to it because we know you're young. You're learning to remind, and we have to remind you, you don't call, you don't say that. Or if you're ever getting angry or frustrated, you should do this instead. Walk away, do your thing, and tell people, please don't follow me. Give me 5 minutes just to process how I'm going to talk to you so I don't say the wrong thing and go from there. So, and I tell everybody, I said, always stay close with your family. Like there's been times where like me and my sister, we had brawls and fights. We were the typical brother and sister where like we would fight with each other, yell at each other. Sometimes some fighting would happen and someone would get hurt, but then we'd do the whole like, are we done here? And she's like, yeah, I think we are. It's like, okay, good. Shake each other's hands. And then we start laughing and talking because it's like, well, what more can you do as a sibling? It's like, it totally happened. I said, I am sorry for hitting you. And she's like, me too. Are you okay? Oh, yeah. As long as we're, we agree with each other. So I tell everybody, as much as you're supposed to be close with your parents, I tell everyone this, your siblings are going to be your ride or die. Those are the people that are going to be there for you from top shape. Yes, my parents have been there for me. They've been very accepting. When I came out, my dad did have a little bit of a moment. Every dad always has a moment when their son or their daughter comes out as gay, bi, lesbian, you name it. And it did take him a year before he finally sat down with me. And I would love to talk about this actually. Me and my dad, we had a conversation. I was sitting in my bedroom and I was on the phone with my friend in tears. I said, I don't know what to do. Like, it's my dad's straight and he comes from a lot of his brothers and sisters were very homophobic. So for me, it was, I get it. I can't go against my dad for what he says because he doesn't know. So then my dad comes to my room and says to me, it's going to take me a while to understand what this is about, but I want to understand who you are and what you are. What are you? And I said, well, I am gay. And that's who I am. And I love who I am. And you don't have to accept it, but can you love me for being your son? And he's like, I'm willing to love you. And I'm willing to slowly learn the accepting aspect of it. And I said, that's amazing. That's what I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear how you were going to use the word accepting in your sentence. And when you use accepting aspect, it lets me know you're going to take some time. So my dad has taken some time to get to know. He will ask me questions nowadays about like drag queens and how I'm doing and like if I'm meeting guys and blah blah blah. And he's a good parent. And my mom's the same way. My mom's still learning about like the whole me doing dancing, but she's still trying to understand. But she said to me, she's like, I still love you and I will still accept you for what you do. And my sister's always been accepting from me. I tell her literally everything. And whatsoever. She tells me everything. We've always been there for each other through thick and thin. And we've even said to each other on the phone, like, it doesn't matter what happens. We're going to fight. We're going to have our moments. We're older now. So arguments are going to get a little bit more tougher, and it's going to be harder for us to process what you said doesn't you don't actually mean it. So I told her, we got to stay strong. You got to remind yourself, even if we fight, we got this. We're like this. So for me, it's, I tell everybody, don't ever forget, no matter what fight you have with your mom, you might have a moment with your mom where your mom might tell you to do something. Well, I don't want to do that. No, please do it. Listen to your mother. When she tells you to do something, say, okay, mom, I got you. If you're busy, just say, mom, can you give me like 10 minutes? I promise you, I'm writing it down right now so I don't forget, and I got you. Your dad tells you something. Listen to him. You never know when you're going to get that last second, that last opportunity. And same thing with your siblings. I say it to everybody, it's a hard way to put it, but there's going to come a day where you have to say goodbye to your mom, your dad, and you might be the last sibling left standing. And you want to make sure that when they go, they go on good terms, and that you can look back on everything and be like, okay, everything's going to be okay. They're going to be there for me. And even though they're not there, their presence is beside me. So I tell everybody, family is a most important thing. So
I love that so much. And there's something that you said, well, everything you said is amazing. There's one thing you said that in the conversation you had with your dad, you said, you don't have to accept me, but can you love me as your son? And that was beautiful, because I think if more people looked at it that way, things would be different. Because you're right. People have issues accepting that when it's not their belief system. But you don't have to accept me. You just have to love me, right? And that
yeah.
is so beautiful. Thank you. Love, love. This is a weird gift, but thank you. Oh, no, I
I was
love
going to
it.
say, thanks, that little leg.
I appreciate it. That was just funny. I'm sorry.
No,
Thank you.
that was so
No,
good.
I love that, Nikki. I love that so much. Yeah, family is so important. And there's a lot of people who don't have families with them at all for many different reasons. What would you say to those people that don't have families?
Well, the best thing I can say, and I've heard it on a TV show, so I promise I am not stealing, no copyrights. It goes to the show, but I was watching RuPaul's Drag Race, and RuPaul says it to every queen who goes on the show and says, like, my mom doesn't love me, my dad stopped talking to me. RuPaul says, wait a minute, you have friends, right? And they're like, yeah. They're like, that's your family. The people that have stood beside you through thick and thin, no matter what you've been through, no matter what you've done, no matter what color you are, what sexuality you are, no matter how tall, how small, how big you are, those are the people that have told you every day you're beautiful. That's your family. So tell anybody who doesn't actually, like, a lot of people who have lost their mom or their dad, or maybe doesn't have any siblings, or maybe is an only child, your best friends are the people who have stood beside you. And you'll notice as I'm saying this, like, yeah, holy, like, wow, there is a lot of people that I can consider that like a brother or a sister. And like, it's going to give me the chance to go quickly message them, hey, I love you. Thank you for standing by me. And thank you for reminding me that I got this. So I tell anybody, if you don't have that family, like the actual like bloodline family, the other bloodline family comes from the true friends that have stood beside you, seen you go through everything, seen you struggle, seen you cry, and seen you just have it on a rough day, good day, you name it. But those are your true family, or the people that have been there for you. So that's the best way I can put it, right?
Yeah, and I 100% agree with you. Seriously. Thank you for being here, Nikki. We're already in the last 5 minutes of the featured hour, so I'm going to go ahead and invite people back in the guest box if she's around. Are you around, people? Are you here? But let me give quick shout outs while I wait for her to request. Quick shout outs to my top gifters before we go. Number 3, Nick Buffet, thank you. Number 2, Baz, or oh my gosh, he's gonna kill me for this. I always forget how to pronounce his username, but thank you, B. And number 1, Papa Bear, thank you, thank you, thank you. I know. And he was a guest the other day, and I always forget. There you go. Okay, sorry. I love you. Thank you. All right, you guys. Help her, Nikki. We're reaching the last 5. We're in the last 4 minutes of the feature hour, but as you all know, I like to have both my guests in the guest box so they can get to know each other, but also because there's one question I like asking people. I forgot to send this to you guys in the, I'm sorry, in the chat earlier, but I love asking my guests a question at the very end of the show. And the question is, what is something that you can own about yourself? Who wants to go first?
Well, I was talking about this on my other show that I was on, is I got diagnosed in 2013 with epilepsy. So it was Own It. It was what was her name? Anyways, all these shows are blending together. But yeah, it was my epilepsy, as I got diagnosed in 2013. So I've kind of had to figure out my path with that and what I can do, what I can't do, and balance out like medication and that kind of stuff.
So you own the fact that you have epilepsy and that you live with it, but that's something that also makes you you, right?
Yeah, and what the show I was on was informing people is people don't realize that when I go into shrooms and I see lights, I say, you know what? Can you please, as a favor to me and other people, do not have flashing lights, because you do not know, and people come in their health conditions, because strobe lights and big flashing lights are one of the 2 triggers for epilepsy, and people don't know that.
Okay.
So I've actually had to mention that to a few people, is avoid strobe lights if possible.
Well, usually they do that on TV shows. They'll have a disclaimer before. I've seen that a lot too. But yeah, thank you for sharing that. It makes you you, and you share and you talk about it, and it's okay. Spicy Nikki.
Yes. Speaking of that, that's very funny that you mentioned that. I was also going to mention, I was diagnosed like literally right at birth with a bunch of things, but my number one thing that I was diagnosed with was this anxiety disorder. And a lot of people always ask me, like, you're such a positive person for somebody with anxiety. And I said, you know what? As you get older, you start to slowly learn and become a lot more, not smarter, but realization starts to click in for you. You start to be able to handle your anxiety a little bit more easier. You know that if you're going to have an anxiety attack and you're in a public area, the first thing you realize is, okay, is there anywhere that I can run off to where there isn't a lot of people, still in a public area, but there's a lot of people, so that it feels like I'm not like being pressed. As I tell people, anxiety, if you're near anybody, it feels like they're pressed up against you. So, and they could be like far away from you, but they're like right up against you. So if you're like, there's nobody around. But for me, I tell people, I'm like, it's my anxiety, you know, I run with it, I strut with it, and you know what? Make it look fierce and own it, you know, do your thing. That's all you can do. And don't ever let it bring you down. It might come in and do its thing, but never let it bring who you are down at all. Keep strutting with it.
Yeah, 100% own it, you guys. I always say that to everyone on here. As long as you own who you are, that's what makes you you. Your virtues, your flaws, whatever it is, your struggles. We all have a story that is so unique. None of us are one same person. Even though you guys are pretty similar, I'm not gonna lie. Did you guys know each other?
No, well, I've seen you a couple times actually.
Interesting, because you guys are like twinsies. You're twinning today, and you're both in Canada. I love that. Yeah, I feel like Pitbull's frozen. Did she freeze? I think she froze. I think she is. Okay. Well,
About
you
to
guys,
say.
yeah, no. I think she froze. Well, thank you so much for being here, Nikki. Do you have any shout outs? When are your streams? Are you in any shows?
Yes. So I know Christmas is in a couple days and everything. So I was going to stream possibly tomorrow, but I know I have I gotta figure out myself. I got some shows I gotta figure out and whatsoever. But other than that, I do dance. I try to dance Mondays and Tuesdays mainly. I've been actually keeping on top of Mondays mainly. And now on weekends, I'm starting to dance. Mainly on Sundays is when you'll see me dance. I usually do like a 2 hour, 3 hour show where I'll dance for a little bit, add some comedy, answer some questions, and just hang out with everybody and just let everyone have a moment and whatsoever. And then other than that, I would tell everybody it's the same thing with me. I always treat all my performances as a feature show. I tell people to be respectful, be nice, have a good time. I said, okay, yes, if a swear does pop up, whatever, but please, can we just make sure that everyone is comfortable? That's all I care about in my life is that everyone's having a good time, is happy, and they're very comfortable. And I tell people that anything that I do that makes you uncomfortable, please say something. Text me, whatever. Just get my attention saying, hey, Nikki, you did this. Can you please for next time? It's like, no worries. That's not a problem. I want you to make sure that the fans are happy. So yeah, no, other than that, that's it. Other than that, I do want to end off with saying Merry Christmas, everybody, and Happy New Year. I know I'll probably see everybody before the new year and possibly before Christmas, but if not, I do want to wish a Merry Christmas to everybody, especially to you, Cuban girl. Definitely a Merry Christmas to you. You are so adorable.
Thank you. Right back.